It was that time of the year again, the most anticipated annual event in Growtopia. The event where players are quote-unquote appreciated. Items, blocks, features, rebalances, quality of life changes, you name it, they added. However, there seemed to be a problem with this year's PAW. Something went wrong. I would like to take this opportunity to say that last year, 2021, was the best year for PAW. Trade logs, guild logs, new world menu, unfriend command, UI overhaul, new legendary item. Oh my god. Literally the best. But how did Ubisoft turn Player Appreciation Week from an event full of players asking who suggested this to an event full of hype? In 2021, unlike the previous years, they opened discussions prior to PAW. Topics ranged from the game's economy to the casino problem to item rebalancing to daily challenges and lastly to the user interface. They also took item suggestions from the Growtopia forums more than usual, as seen from the item quantity from 2021. The same formula was used for 2022. The team also opened a series of discussions prior to Player Appreciation Week earlier this year. Except, rather than keeping them exclusive to the people of the Growtopia forums, they made it more inclusive by opening them on the official Discord server as well. But despite the increase in quality suggestions, PAW 2022 felt bland. So what went wrong? Let's take a look at each day of this year's PAW, starting with Day 1. Earlier this year, Glyco suggested items for Balloon Wars. However, none of those items made it to the event itself because Ubisoft didn't add any items at all. Until Player Appreciation Week, where 11 of his item suggestions were added to the event. The Antennaes, the Shades, and the Blocks. It feels odd enough though. Why did they add these items as a part of Player Appreciation Week instead of new possible rewards for Balloon Wars? Not to mention, these items are obtainable through basic ways. Balloon Wars items as lock case items? Seriously, was it because they couldn't think of a different obtainability for these items that wasn't during Balloon Wars? I mean, the way they're obtained is not that bad, but these items just felt rather out of place. It's Day 2 and they added DIY wings. Wait, why exactly is it called DIY? The name of the original suggestion sounded so much better than what they named it as. Cardboard wings, bro, cardboard wings! Okay, I do kind of get that the wings are DIY and are made out of recyclable material, that's why it's called DIY wings, literally. But still, cardboard wings as a name was better suited for it. Sorry for nitpicking, this is a review. Buying billboards, hooray! My suggestion made it to this year's Player Appreciation Week. Although they only took just the color coding part of my suggestion. I'm not complaining though, at least we finally have buying billboards. Noodles Loaf Hat is by far my favorite sponsor item. Just look at the duck. It's adorable. One of the feature additions on Day 2 piqued my interest, which is so far my favorite feature of this year's Player Appreciation Week. Player Profiles. I like the fact that we can now flex our achievements and account age to players. Additionally, players can now visit your home world through your player profile and vice versa. It's a plus to the social aspect of the game. But the most interesting part about this feature is that it leaked PvE player profile. It's Day 3 and oh my god, it's so cute! Except I need Gurt tokens to obtain it. And it's RNG. Great. Ubisoft has also finally decided to update Marvelous missions after a year and a half, and I'd say they're actually quite cool. My favorite item from the new missions is definitely the Ghost Pirate set. The Skimitar's animation is breathtaking and it makes me want to get it. A solid 10 out of 10. As for the Ocean Aura, for me, it doesn't look or feel too rewarding as a final tier item in comparison with the Minokawa. I feel like they could have integrated more aquatic related elements to it rather than just making it just a charm. that literally allows you to waterbend. The new enhancements to the World of the Days were also really helpful in terms of fixing the issue of worlds having minimal to zero world traffic. The World of the Day button found on the world menu, together with the addition of Grow tokens as a randomly appearing reward in these worlds, paved the way for World of the Days to be visited by players again, just like in the old days. It's a small but really fun mechanic that gives the players an incentive to play in these worlds. And last but not the least, a long-awaited change that has been proposed by builders for a very long time now: new Xenonite mods. While they only added 2 mods from a long list of possible mods that they could add, I believe that this is a step forward. Maybe in the future, who knows? They might add more. Day 4. Single-handedly the best day of PAW. Specifically for the Discord community, Romoji Moyai and Golden Moyai morphs. Although I prefer the Golden Moyai that they had over at the Discord server, I guess you could say that this one feels more golden. /Discord command, SSU and DNA tweaks, a new security camera change, and finally, a pop-up warning whenever you attempt to SB in a jammed world. This is a good change considering how many players tend to forget that they are in the jammed world and end up wasting their megaphones, like me. Day 6. They added the Steven Universe shirt to the game! I am in bliss. 10 out of 10, I am crying. Yes, Steven Universe is my favorite cartoon character. I hope they add the teenager black shirt next year. Apparently, they also added cobblestone blocks from Minecraft? But hey, they look clean though. I like the design. And the last day of Player Appreciation Week. And of course, more JoJo references in game. As usual, more hairs were added to the game. The mad scientist honestly looks like a crown in grayscale form, but I'm sure that it looked more like a hair when colored. And here's to my smart as intellectual clowns, the nerd hair. I've been wearing it since the moment I heard about it, and I love it! Cause I'm a nerd. It's good though, yeah. I'm sure you've noticed. Yes, I skipped the day on purpose. Let's go rewind a bit. Day 5. Here's where it all went wrong. Besides the fact that there were numerous of JoJo references, there were many unwanted changes during Day 5. Firstly, the surgical kit revamp. Instead of a single pack, there are now 2 surgical related packs, the surgery starter pack and the master surgeon's tool bag. Heart monitors have been separated from the surgeon pack, and meta checks have become spliceable. Moreover, its gem recycle drop has been nerfed due to its spliceability. These 2 items are known to be very popular as alternatives to the ever-rising gem prices. However, upon analysis, I still cannot form a conclusive answer as to why this change was made. So if you have an idea of how this will benefit or detriment the economy or the game in general, please comment it down below and let's discuss about it. But moving on the same day, they added world locks to in-app purchases. I find this ridiculous. Instead of trying to directly address the issue of world lock inflation in-game, they did the exact opposite. Realistically speaking, this will not greatly impact the game's economy, bearing in mind the minuscule amount of world locks in these packs. However, if you look at the features that have been implemented so far, you will begin to realize that there has been little to no effort in addressing the game's economic issues despite the many suggestions proposed by players during the PAW discussions. This change was so bad that even Miss Theos' main forum account woke up from its slumber just to complain about it. It is ironic that this was added during player quote-unquote appreciation week, as this was not a change that the community had asked for or would appreciate. What's worse is that this may even be detrimental for the game in the long run. It is merely a change that was made to support and protect the company's best interests for profit. While I may have been sick throughout almost the entirety of Player Appreciation Week, I did not feel PAW's spark this year. It lacked the excitement and hype, which is why it felt bland. This year's Player Appreciation Week did not have any major reworks or tweaks, nor did it have anything major that would address the issue of inflation as well as other critical problems in game. No feature revamps, no pet battle updates, nothing new, all the same. I do hope that despite this, we don't have to wait and expect major changes and features until the next Player Appreciation Week. Because there's this recurring problem that is strongly associated with Player Appreciation Week, wherein it feels as if Ubisoft only appreciates us during this week. Have you not noticed? Ubisoft is always waiting for Player Appreciation Week to make all the necessary additions and changes, regardless of its priority level, just to present something for the week, and it's not a good thing. So I hope that they can somehow work a way to push through monthly updates dedicated to adding and revamping features. A prime example would be the QOL update that we had last May and the world rendering system fix that we had last April. Honestly, I'm grateful that we have the world rendering fix months prior to PAW, as it was something that would have been likely done during PAW instead. Despite all of that, there is one positive thing about this year's event. It's that Ubisoft understands the true essence of this event, its objective, and its promise. During the pause of previous years, one would often ask, who suggested these? A player would normally either have to keep on asking or dig as deep as they could to find the original suggestions. But nowadays, it's easy to locate the origin of the items and who suggested them, as most of them are now mainly from recent suggestion box threads, which is a good thing. The entire Growtopia team also did not fail to make us feel appreciated this year. All the giveaways, community events, and most importantly, the super mod dance parties, even with Seth, definitely gave me and surely many other players a positive experience. Overall, this year's Player Appreciation Week was not as special as I imagined it to be. It simply reminded me of the old years when the event was simply item-oriented. I do hope though that they add a lot more features and changes in the next few years based on community suggested changes, just as they did in 2021. Anyway, that's all for this video. If you enjoyed this video, do not forget to hit the like button and let me know your thoughts. How was Player Appreciation Week for you? Comment your experience down below in the comment section. Also, join our Discord server and let's have a meaningful discussion there. Invite in the description below. Anyways, see you all. Subscribe.